Do it, try it, and fix it. As rightly said by Mr. Charles Kettering, a problem well stated is a problem half solved. Greetings of the day. My name is Firoza Mirza, the head of IGCSE and A levels in Rahul International School, Meera Road. I will take you through session on problem solving, which is one of the top emerging skills identified by the Harvard University. The professional world is always evolving, and today that evolution is largely spurred by advances in technology. Despite this, today's emerging skills are more about emphasizing innately human capabilities than manipulating machines. The magic of this skill is if you treat your problem as a problem, you will end up like a problem. But if you treat your problem as opportunities, you will end up like opportunity. Just as actors, athletes, and musicians spend thousands of hours practicing their craft, students like you benefit from practicing their critical thinking and decision making skills. You are the student of the upcoming generation, often have a limited exposure to the real world problem solving scenarios. You need more opportunities to practice and tackling tough problems and deciding on and executing the best solutions. To ensure that you all have ample opportunities to develop these skills, I believe that the focus should shift from mostly principles and ideas to mostly applications and practices. And in doing so, you should emphasize the case method strategies which simulates the real world management, challenges, and opportunities for you. So here I will explain a problem solving framework, how it works, and what makes it an effective learning tool. So make sure you take best outcomes in today's session. So let's get sharpened the depth of problem solving skill. We will be going through the below topics, understanding the key terms in problem solving, discovering the steps to accelerate your learning, learning the types of questions you will need to mastering, and develop the problem solving technique. Problem solving skills build confidence. You learn to look at challenges from a fresh perspective. Therefore, you take more calculated risks. You, as a student, when you practice problem solving consistently, you can develop a greater situational and social awareness. The key terms which will be highlighted throughout the session will be problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking, strategist thinking, and decision making. So here it is. It's an ability to identify and solve problems by applying appropriate skills systematically. It's a process, an ongoing activity which we take what we know to discover what we don't know. Problem solving help you to determine why an issue is happening and how to resolve that issue. It's one of the key skills that employers seek in job applicants. Problem solving starts with an identifying the issue, coming up with solutions, implementing those solutions, and evaluating with their effectiveness. When you talk about in real world, You encounter problems that are complex and not at all well defined, and they lack a clear solution and approach. You need to be able to identify and apply different strategies to solve these problems. However, problem solving skills do not necessarily develop naturally. They need to explicitly taught in a way that can be transferred across multiple settings and contexts. Your classroom is a place where you actually look up to fulfilling your dreams. You will always confront obstacles in the classroom. But what if you could conquer them with a little more precision? Problem solving is a skill that refined and strengthened. In doing so, you can create and improve efficiency for yourself and your peers. First things first, do you know what kind of thinker you are? If you have never taken the time to consider this question, give it a shot. Once you have analyzed how you tackle problems, you will know exactly where your weaknesses lie. Then it's a matter of deciding whether you are willing to invest in your abilities as an expert problem solver. To be a great problem solver, you need to think critically. Critical thinking happens when children draw their existing knowledge and experience as well as problem solving skill to do the things like compare and contrast, explaining why things happen, evaluate the ideas, which is a form of opinion, understanding the perspective of others, predicting what will happen in the future. Learning to think critically is a vital part of your development of helping you all to make a sense from the world around you. It helps you to ask questions and makes a value judgment and try to figure out the things if you don't make sense in it. To help you out develop this critical thinking skills, get into the habit of questioning. Ask more and more questions about your thoughts, maybe the opinions. Ask why. Get into the habit of justifying the explanation, the purpose, or the motivation. Ask for the clarification. Ask for more. Ask for more example or counter example. Terms and conditions are also playing a curious role in making you develop the critical thinking skills. Obviously, your logic, reasoning, clarity, credibility, accuracy, and fairness involves examining the significance of what is observed or expressed. Learning to think critically is a vital part of your development and helping you to make sense the world around you. It will also help you to ask questions and make value judgment and try to figure out the things which doesn't make any sense. To help you develop the critical thinking skills, get into the habit of questioning. Ask why. Get them provide. the justification, the explanation, the purpose, or the motivation. Ask for the clarification. Ask for more. Ask for an example. Ask for conditions. And this will happen when you explore more the ideas, generate the possibilities, and looking for many right answers rather than just one. Creative thinking, a companion to critical thinking, is an invaluable skill for you. It's important because it helps you to look at the problems and situation hand in hand. You see as a problem as an interesting opportunity, and you see the challenge, assumptions, and suspend judgment, which helps you to don't give up to the things easily. What is the 10 skills you should have in you to make you understand that you are developing a science of a creative thinker? Imaginative power. Imagination plays a very important role in creative the development of the learners. Self-discipline, strong memory, developing the interest in art and painting, more and more curious to learn, developing the reasoning abilities, originality in your expressions, and ability to learn faster. When you see such signs in you, the thinking level is called creativity in you, and it will encourage you to use a variety of approaches to solve all the problems, analyze the problem with multiple viewpoints, and adapt the new ideas instead of having only following the new and old purpose. One of the most important soft skills which learners can develop for future goals is strategist thinking, an ongoing, evolving process that defines the manner in which you arrive at conclusion and make decisions. It is the ability to think outside the box and be sagging new solutions to the age-old problems. It will allow you to see the opportunities that others miss it. In a turbulent, competitive market, strategic thinking can give you an edge over the opposition. Strategic thinking skills are any art skills that enable you to use critical thinking to solve complex problems and plan your future. These skills are essential to accomplish business objectives, overcome any of the obstacles which you face in your life, and address all the challenges, particularly if they are projected to take weeks, months, or even years to achieve. So, what should be your focus when it comes to strategic thinking? Well, your focus here is a long term goal than just a short term outcomes. Think big rather than focusing on the short outcomes. Well, if you have an ability to communicate the complex ideas, collaborate with internal and external people around you, and ensure that everyone is aligned and working together towards the shared goals, is the proper planning for strategic thinking. If 2020 has taught us anything, it is the importance of making big decisions. From COVID-19 to an economic crisis to the wildfire raging across the world, big things are happening around the world. This is not unique to 2020, though it does seem like there are more big things happening at and years there have been in the past. Too many of us may seem like these major life events are out of their control. However, being able to navigate the tricky situation and make an educated decision on the best of the things which is provided through this actionful life skill, that will benefit you to grow in your future. We can't go back on 2020 and do it over again, but we can use this big risky circumstances as a teachable moments with us and empower each one of us to make a better decision makers throughout our lives. One great way to teach risk analysis is the art of making big decisions. Now, what do we do when we take up such challenges? We work together to come up our own recommendation on how to solve a real world problem. This may be having the lasting benefits for us who decide to take a challenge, but it will also benefit you to navigate the situation in your adulthood. Now, what are the ways you may look for the future challenge to take your decision making on the right track? Lead the classroom. You, as a student, you have to lead your own classroom to be a prominent decision maker. Start your decision making by taking small, simple decision and then rush to the complexity. Discuss the various scenarios and solution with your peers. Come up with more and more choices. The classroom also encourages you to be an independent decision maker. When you encourage the peers of your to see the good decision making skills in them, and you notice your friend carefully considering their opinions, it will also help you to get more and more example of decision making. While learning you teach, and while teaching you learn. Now once you develop the skills of decision making, it is necessary that you hold the quality of your own learning style. Learning style will make you a unique person. Your own different learning style helps you to maximize your intelligence and helps you to maintain the information which you're receiving and remember it for a longer period of time. So remember, whenever you are communicating through any of the complex situation or you're coming across to any challenging aspects of your learning process, ensure that you develop a learning style in you that defines you to be the outmost and an outstanding different learner. How do you determine your learning style? Well, your learning style can help you capitalize your strengths and play down your weaknesses. You have to be an independent learner through your senses to process the information, and you get a tendency to use that certain senses over others. How do you work on it? To work on this kind of a senses, you need to ask and involve yourself in asking different types of questions. Maybe it is an open ended, the close ended, and the leading questions. Open ended questions. It is designed to encourage a full, meaningful answer using your own knowledge or feeling. It typically begins with words such as why or how, and phrases such as tell me about. The open ended questions do not allow you for one to one answer. It allows you to freely respond and can be perceived the further responses. When a question that provoke a simple response from a respondent is nothing but a close-ended question. It is designed to encourage a short or one-word answer, such as yes or no. When you prompt the responder to answer in a particular way, you are actually on the track of leading the question. Leading question is a type of question that pushes you respondents to answer in a specific manner based on the way they are framed. More than often, these questions already contain information that survey the wants to confirm, rather they try to get a true and unbiased answer to that question. So when you lead the question, it assumes that there is a problem and that you involved in it, arising in it. The first solution you come up with won't always be the best. Taking into consideration your options is an essential problem solving technique. Solving complex problems may be difficult, but it doesn't have to be an exhilarating process. You just need the right frame of mind and a process in untangling the problem at hand. Luckily for you, there are plenty of techniques available to solve whatever problems come at you in the workplace, that is, your classroom. When faced with a dozy of a problem, where do you start? And what problem solving techniques you use now that will help you make a good decision maker? So let us see the problem solving techniques one by one. There are 7 steps involved for problem solving that can be carried out. Number one, Identify the issues why the problem has arisen. Be clear what the problem is. Understand everyone's interest. Understand everyone's point of view, the perspective of what they are trying to tell you. And it was involved to generate the best solution you can. Evaluate the options. Consider the pros and cons of all the solutions which is coming to your problem. Pick up the best solution as much as it's reliable to your problem. Select the options or justify the correct option. You need to be determined that which option is suitable to balance the problem, and it will give you the best solution to solve your problem. It is very important that whatever documents you can take it in handy while solving the problem. There are plenty of solutions which comes up. Make sure that you take a note of all the solutions and pick up the best one and implement them to solve the problem, monitor it finely, and evaluate the solutions. Self awareness is the key to success. To be an effective problem solver, you need to have self awareness about your thinking processes, your decision making skills, your learning style, your memory, the information which you acquire, and the problem solving skills and techniques which is shared with you. To master the problem solving skill, I would like to share these 6 thinking hacks with you. If you are a fan of a Harry Potter, you know the sorting hat very well. It's a hat that a student wear and it appoints to a house in Hogwarts the best matches with their personality. There is a technique which has come up and it is called the 6 hats. Using this technique, you can wear 6 different hats with 6 different perspectives. That's the best key takeaway of this session. White hat. White hat represents the facts, figures that required to solve the problem. When the problem just comes up, that's the hat you have to wear. Red hat. This hat is all about emotion, intuition. When you wear this hat, you can show your gut reaction to ideas and freely express exactly what you feel. Black hat. When you want to show the caution and express a critical viewpoint, this is the hat you want to wear. The black hat will make you sure, clear crystal about your bad decisions. Yellow hat. When you want to be positive, this hat is one of you. You should choose it. It helps you to identify the positive sides of an ideas and it helps you to counterweight your ideas. Green hat. As I said, everyone is creative in his own way. To explore the creativity, possibilities, alternatives, and fresh ideas, you need to wear a green hat. Blue hat. This hat recognizes or organize all the others had. This is the person or this is the personality or the persona that manages the entire decision making process and make sure that all the other hats should follow the rules and guidelines. So, if you want to wear all the personality six thinking hats, you should control over yourself with blue hat. This six hat problem solving technique is an excellent because it lets you see the same problem with several different angles very quickly and easily. Well, to sum up, of this all problem solving techniques, keep calm and avoid high and dry approaches to problem solving. Ask great questions and a lot of questions. Take a look at the bigger picture and the overall context of a situation. Try out unconventional brainstorming techniques which can be available by round robin and silent brainstorming facilities. Wear the six hats which will share with you. It will give you a view to the different approaches of the problem. Apply all the techniques. Ask five whys. Prevent the potential problems with the failure mode and effect the analysis. Leave some room for imagination at the end. Depending on the contest, you may see one or more these techniques and make sure that which one works best for your situation. Best of luck and become a great problem solver in your future. All the best. Good luck.